Welcome to another episode of Bubble Junction. Today we have Geoff, right?
Jeffrey.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the normal Jeffrey.
Okay, so but you go by Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeff is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Geoff. But it's Geoff, right?
Exactly. You should ask my father why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Geoff. All right, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you.
By the way, I'm trying to catch my breath. For listeners out there, Geoff is another one of D13's member, and hopefully there are more D13 members that can come on to the podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
Quite a few more, I think.
Yeah?
But yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them, man. Tell them to come on. As long as they have something interesting to say and not just talk about CrossFit, right? Any case, so Geoff, just let our audience know, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Okay. So I'm Geoff, co-founder of MyFitbox, and I work out at D13, like you mentioned earlier. So I do CrossFit. I've been doing that for about 2+ years now. So came here today to share a bit about what we do and how we feel like we can add value to not just the CrossFit community, but like the fitness community as a whole. Yeah.
Right. So when did you actually start the MyFitbox?
Right, so the idea came about when back in September last year. So myself and my best friend, we were holidaying in Bukit. So at this place called Jalan. I think quite a few people just went there for the island battleground.
I wouldn't know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So what happened is that whole street, right, is just all gyms. You have Muay Thai gyms, CrossFit gyms, you have yoga studios, it's basically like a fitness heaven.
Oh, wow.
So being there, myself and my friend, we woke up, work out, eat, rest, recover, work out again, and it was just a dream holiday, right?
Right.
And so we were thinking to ourselves,
You guys have weird ideas of a dream holiday.
To each their own,
Yeah, okay.
So then we were wondering, why can't we bring this convenience back home to where we are? Why do we have to come out all the way to this isolated place in Thailand to be able to enjoy this convenience? And so we thought about it. First, how do we bring all these snacks and drinks and basically functional foods to the fitness community? Secondly, how to make it as convenient as possible, not just for the members, but also for the gym owners as well.
Wait, you mentioned that is it Phuket? Phuket, right?
Yes, in Bukit.
In Phuket, there's a street where there's a lot of gyms and fitness establishments.
Yes.
And do they already have the things that you are doing here?
So what they do have there are whole host of, I would say, clean eating restaurants.
Okay, all in just one street.
Correct, yeah. So it's catered to the fitness community. You
pretty
go in,
cool.
yeah. You go into the restaurant, the menu. They lay out the protein, grams, fat, calories, everything for you. So
Wow.
basically everything's already done for you. So it just makes your experience much easier and much more convenient. And it was from that concept that we thought, hey, let's try to replicate this back to where we are lah. And that's how we came up with the idea. And from there, it evolved into let's bring vending machines into it as well, being that would be the most convenient way for both the owners as well as the members. Yeah.
But before you actually start the business, what were you doing before that?
So I myself work in property development with family business, nothing to do with fitness whatsoever. No, I think fitness has always been a passion and interest of mine. I never thought that I would be doing a business related to it. But it just felt like we wanted to solve a pain point that I myself and my partner as well, that we would see at gyms. And so it's not like we planned to go into this. The idea just came about when we were in Phuket. We came back and just started the ball rolling lah. Yeah.
So where did the idea of having a vending machine come? Like what was the thought process? What was the discussion like?
Well, I think this also goes back to my experience at D13. So we have like a honesty jar there. So if you were to take a bottle of water, you would put in RM1, right? And I remember Matt telling me that previously he would spend weekends counting one by one, RM1, and all that. So we thought that surely is not the most efficient way of or efficient use of his time. As a gym owner, he should be focusing on the programming, on how to improve the gym and all that. So okay, how to eradicate that hassle, number one. And number two, if we were to use a conventional vending machine, the notes, I mean, you've experienced parking ticket machines, the 1 ringgit come in, they come out, sometimes the change doesn't come out. So we're like, no, not only do vending machines, but let's do cashless vending machines as well. And that's what our vending machines are. Yes.
Oh.
So technically, I would say we are the first healthy cashless vending machine in Malaysia, definitely. I haven't truly done my research to see if it's anywhere else around the world.
Where did you find a vending machine that's cashless? I have not seen one before.
Yeah, well, technically there is none before us, so we actually had to customize our vending machine. We found a company that was willing to do it for us, and we told them, take out the coin slot, take out the change thing, take out the note thing, and then we added in the PayWave device. So all our machines, you can use Visa and MasterCard PayWave. We have Boost at the moment, and we are waiting for GrabPay and Maybank QR Pay as well.
So the vending machine then requires probably a modem as well to.
We have SIM cards inside the vending
Okay.
machine. Yeah, so they relay the information directly back to.
So you made a deal with all the telcos, just one SIM card, right?
One SIM card for each machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then.
So if the network goes down, then there's all your vending machines.
Touch wood. Luckily, your tables wood.
The thing is, because I used to work in telco.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And these things are called. I can't remember what it's called. Where you have a machine that has a SIM card.
Yeah.
Right. So like even ATM machines, they use either SIM card or they use a modem, right?
Yeah.
And we used to get not say a lot of complaints. I don't want to knock down on the telcos, right? But sometimes they have to provide some redundancy, right? Because there's a possibility that one network can be down and you need a backup, right? But I suppose, it hasn't happened. Let's pray that it doesn't happen.
Well, I would like to be honest here. So it did happen.
It did happen
quite recently.
Yeah. I don't work there anymore. So if you want to mention the name of the network,
no,
just go
okay.
ahead.
I'll keep this fair. But now we are very honest with our customers. So if we tell them, if you were charged and you will get refunded if it didn't go through, but if you did get charged, let us know and we'll directly refund the funds.
How's the process though? Number one, how do you know that the particular network that's covering your vending machine is down? How do you know that? And number two, how do you know that somebody has already paid, and how do you refund them their money?
Right. So I think where we differ from other vending machine operators is that we actually work very closely with the gym owners or the front desk, and they have close contact with us if there were any issues with the machine. For example, a product gets stuck, or like you said, the network is down, we would know immediately. Then we can try to rectify it. So we are not a company that just puts a vending machine there, don't care what happens.
Right.
Even if the product runs out, we don't know. So we want to keep very close eye. So we track the sales daily, weekly, as well as monthly. So we can see what sells well. So for example, what you see in front here, the lean body, let's say it's doing very well at union strength.
This one, right?
Yeah, that. So the guys at union strength have a particular affinity for caffeine. Maybe it's good for their pre-workout. So we see that the cafe mocha flavor goes very well there. So we increase that from 6 to 12, So our job is to optimize the machine to make sure that what the customers at that particular gym wants, they can get,
Dude, I'm so into all this analytics and stuff like how do you get that kind of information? Is it like because I assume you're not a tech company, right?
We are, I guess we are we have a hybrid of tech as well as fitness, but not particularly tech. No.
So where do you get your data from? Is it from the vending machine itself, or you actually count for the gym owners?
No. The vending machine relays data directly to us.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah, future is here, right?
Yeah.
So what we do is we can see particular, like we see, okay, 2 granola sold yesterday, 3 nuts sold, 2 protein bars, so then we know how to restock, or when to restock at least, and how to optimize the restocking schedule. So right now we have 4 machines, one in District 13, one in Union Strength in Hatamas, and then let me see, one in Playground in Bangsar, and one in Thrive in Arcadia. So we are also learning every day how to optimize the restocking schedule. So like we are like, it doesn't make sense for us to go there every day to put in one or two. So that's when, for example, in Playground, we realize our Bear Bells protein bar does very well. So okay, we add more rings for that, so then we can see the sales. Okay, if salty peanut, a particular flavor, does very well, we increase rings for that as well. So then we're like, maybe we can do once a week restocking for all the machines. That would be ideal. So we take out the stuff that doesn't sell fast, we put in more of the stuff that sells fast, and that's just all, like you said, analytics and optimizing.
On average right now, how often do you restock?
When we started, it was almost once in 2 days, which wasn't ideal, not effective at all. Now we are down, we would like to get to maybe once a week or twice a week at most. Yeah.
And I'm assuming this is your full-time job?
I would say it takes up about 95% of my time at the moment.
How many people do you have under MyFitbox?
Right now there's myself, my partner, but my partner is based in Hong Kong, so he flies in and out. We have a head of operations, my wife.
Oh, you're married? Oh,
yes, I am.
Yeah. You look so young.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And we have part-time workers as well who help out for restocking as well as delivery. So everything that you see in the machine, or almost everything, we also sell online on our website. And so we do direct deliveries as well, because we realize that not all of our customers who want to buy our stuff work out at these particular gyms,
locations,
right? Yeah,
right.
exactly. So there's a wider market for that, and we want to cater for that as well. So we do deliver. So we've done deliveries to KK, Sabah. We've done to Malacca, a lot of offices in Klang, Putrajaya, Cyberjaya. So we deliver that straight to them.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, so vending machine as well as basically direct to consumer.
Are you allowed to talk about some of the costing for your vending machines?
Can give you vague numbers, I
Vague
guess.
numbers,
Yeah.
like how much is one vending machine?
Well, five figures definitely.
Holy crap! Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
Why is it so expensive?
Why is it so expensive?
I'm assuming this because vending machine has been around for forever and ever.
Yes.
The technology probably hasn't changed much, except for the things that you've put inside with the the paywave and things like that. Why is it so expensive?
Okay, the few things that our vending machine looks a bit cooler than other people.
The black one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So our vending machine comes with a lifter. So
What does it mean?
Meaning that instead of the spiral just turning and then the product just drop on the basket, basically, we actually have a lifter that goes all the way up to take the product and comes all the way down. Yeah. So the reason why we had to add that was because we were thinking ahead that we wanted to add products such as kombucha, cold brew coffee, which would be in glass. So we wouldn't want that dropping all the way down. So with that, there was extra cost, and our vending machines are considered inverted commas, like smart vending machines in that sense, because it has to relay data. Of course, we could have gone for a cheaper option whereby it's very manual.
Right.
That restocking would have to be go there and see what's missing and then go and restock. So we wanted that smartness in the vending machine, so we had to pay a bit more premium for that. Yeah.
You have to pay for being smart, right?
Yes. I think so, yeah.
And okay, how many do you have to sell in a month in order for you to, first of all, what is the ROI that you guys are looking at for each vending machine? Because after a while, then it's just money, right? Once you pay off the vending machine.
Well, because all our products range from very different prices, and each one we get a different
Margins,
on that.
right?
So I wouldn't be able to say, but on average, right now, Playground in Bangsar is actually our best-selling machine, I would say, at the moment, and we go through maybe about about 20 about 30 units of products a day, and I think that's quite healthy. So how we aim to push that higher is by adding more stuff that they want.
Right.
So what we do, again, by how we differ from other companies, I go in to the gyms, I talk to the trainers, I talk to the members, hey, what else you want to see here, you know?
Right.
And they'll be like, oh, it'd be nice to have some coffee, it'd be nice to have more natural stuff, or what, so, or hey, is there vegan options for this, so we hear what they say.
You put some Eleco merchandise.
Can I see a lot around. I put one barbell inside the vending machine.
One barbell.
20,000 inside it. Yeah. But so we try that's how also we want to build a relationship with the gyms, and we get to know on the ground what they're looking for, what do they want.
But what's the magic number though? If 30 is okay, what is the target that you have for each vending machine?
Wow.
In order for you to really live your life comfortably.
Well, maybe 40 to 50 units would be quite
per day, right?
Yeah, that would mean quite a lot of work on our part to optimize it, to make sure that people are seeing exactly what they want. They don't walk up to the machine, look, and then like, oh no, nothing here for me, and they walk off. So we want to have that conversion rate higher, lah. Yeah, definitely.
Do you have that actually the actual data? Like, do you have?
Oh no! I don't have a camera looking at people.
You should put there, right? One camera, see like somebody who goes up to the vending machine and then he walks away.
I did think of that. I don't know whether it's a bit stalkerish, but yeah, definitely I think it would help with seeing the consumer behavior, how they interact with the machine. Do they go in? Do they like look inside one by one, browse, or do they just take a quick look and leave? I would like to know where they're looking at. Do they look at the top first, bottom first? You know, there's so many variables here, and I mean we see it when I'm at the gyms. At D13, all the D13 people work out there. Just to let you know, when you walk up to the machine, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, but by the way, D13, you're not buying enough.
No lah, they're okay lah. They're very supportive people.
Yeah.
So yeah. So for example, at the gym, like while I'm warming up or warming down, whatever, I will see how people look. You know, they will like tiptoe and then they look at the top, or they start in the middle, and then yeah, we try to keep track lah, and it does help us to optimize the machine.
I think you should get those cameras. I remember working on it when I was back in the telco industry, but I can't remember what it's called. It's like something, again, it's something intelligent where they analyze movement. I remember we had a not a demonstration, I think it was a presentation if I can remember correctly. So there's a retail store, right? It actually can sense the heat, you know. The cameras can sense heat, so that means there's a heat pattern. If people are only going to one particular location of the store, then they know that's where what people want to look at. So if there's one particular store which has less heat signature, then they can move things around and make sure that everything is being spread out evenly, or things like that. So it's actually pretty cool if you manage to invest in such technology, right? Because another thing that I want to ask, how do you select the things that you sell?
Okay. Very interesting R&D process. R&D involves myself and my partner sitting down at a table, buying every single thing we can get our hands on from any supplement store or online or iHerb or whatever, and eating everything.
Right.
Because we can't finish it. Our idea is to taste everything, and we will essentially have a good pal and a bad pal. Very black and white.
Sorry, what pal?
Good pal and a bad pal. Everything that we taste and we say, yeah, decent, put in the good pal. And,
pile. Okay.
And you'd be surprised how many of the stuff goes into the bad pile. Like,
yeah, I know.
I'm sure you've tried some. So for us, it's the ratio could be 1 out of 10 products that we say, yeah, this could go into the machine. Not this will go into the machine. This could go into the machine, because then there's other factors considered, like the price. How do we get in touch with the distributor and so on. So that's it. I mean, we essentially eat and drink and just taste it, and then we record down our internal reviews, I would say. And I think that's our benefit in not having to not
Sorry. That was
I just got hit in the head. I've never seen that happen.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Sophie, please. Please. Sorry guys, my daughter is playing a fool in the gym. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I bet that has never happened in
That
your
has
43
never
episodes.
happened. I'm so embarrassed.
It's okay, man. Hi, Sophie. Okay, yeah. So, where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. So we try all the products. And when we're confident, like it could sell, the taste that it could do well. Also, another thing we do, any samples that we get, we bring to the gyms. Because who are the people that are buying this stuff? Are the gym members.
Right.
So we let them try on spot. Tell us what you think. Honestly, you know,
Right.
we don't have. I would say we can maintain a certain unbiasedness when it comes to the products. We said, you know, tell us your honest feedback. If it's bad, just say it's bad, and we won't consider it. You know,
How much did you spend on all this R&D work?
Oh, wow. We honestly didn't keep track because he would be doing his share of R&D in Hong Kong. That's where my partner is based. I would be doing it here. He manages to get hold of much more products, actually a much wider variety over there in Hong Kong. And we just buy, and essentially R&D also includes whatever we've tried before, right? So any like protein bars, cookies, anything that we've tried before previously, even before we started the business, I would consider that R&D as well, because some stuff we've tried, I'm like, no, you wouldn't want to eat this again, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you guys also look at how the product is packaged as a form of decision making?
Definitely, because I would say our business is a very visual based business.
Yes.
You know, people can't touch the product, people can't really turn it behind and look at the nutrition facts. So what they see is what they see lah, basically.
Yeah.
So yes, I would say visually we do try to take into account certain products that may taste nice and may be good, but we are like, the packaging really
suck, right?
Yeah. It doesn't give it justice.
Yeah.
So we also take that into account somewhat to see, this packaging, it could really catch someone's eye, and maybe it would do well in the machine. Yeah.
And do you put all your high selling products right in the middle, like at the viewer's viewpoint, or is it like random?
We another thing that we learned going into this business is the planogram. So planogram is where
There's a word for it.
There's an actual word for it, man. Where you actually plan out like which sections to put what. You basically chop your vending machine up into like a pie, you know, and decide, okay, what stuff to put where. So how we decided to do at the very beginning was split it into sections, basically high protein section, vegan section, drink section, healthy drink section, and that's how. So we would think that people's eyes would be drawn to a certain section depending on their preferences, and but that has sort of changed somewhat in certain gyms, because like I said, we optimize it as we go along. So certain products that don't do well, we take out and then we replace it with different items as well. But yes, there's sort of a science behind it that we try to adhere to.
But in general, when you start selling at a new location, you divide it into those categories.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
And on the vending machine, you can see the labels, like, okay, or do people just simply know, this is protein?
Yeah, we do have plans down the road to actually like sort of section and maybe even label, add on. We want to educate people better. I think that's one thing that we are lacking at the moment, the education part. Like maybe we even have a little brochure on the site or poster saying this is our feature of the week, so why you should try this. For example, our Wonder Brew kombucha, what are the health benefits, and this is in the section. Or this week we call it vegan week, let's say, so what are the stuff that can cater to the vegan diet, so education is a part that we haven't really got to yet. Most of our education is being done through our Instagram at the moment, where we feature certain products, talk about the benefits. Because my partner, he has a ISSA fitness nutrition certificate. So he's more on he looks through the macros and said, if this is good, this is bad, high sugar, low sugar, there's too much sodium on this one or whatever. So we I'm trying to think how to transfer his knowledge or our knowledge onto the consumers as well. So that's one thing that we're definitely going to do in our next phase. Yeah.
Cool. All right. On that note, we'll just take a break right now and we'll be back right after this.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, we're back. Oh my God, my sore throat. Welcome back to Barbell Junction. Again, with me is Geoff from MyFitbox and also from D13.
Yeah.
Actually, before we move on, I'm curious why you picked MyFitbox, because we used to have
I know
a company called Fitbox,
yes.
right? And the logo is almost exactly
No lah.
No, the Fitbox, the
okay,
lettering.
the font lah, maybe lah.
Yeah.
But not the logo. Well, okay, I'm just gonna be very honest here.
Yeah.
When I started CrossFit, I would say, I'm not sure if they were still around already. In fact,
Yeah.
I was not very aware of. I wasn't aware of.
They existed.
I knew they existed because I think I saw their logos certain places. But I didn't. It didn't even occur to us that people might confuse us with them and things like that. Only after that, when I think Matt told me a bit about their background, I was like, but
Too late.
Already incorporated, already done all this. We had already done our logo, and Instagram was up, and people had already started knowing us as MyFitbox because I would meet people in gyms and then they'd be like, hey, yeah, how's your Fitbox stuff going? So like, I'll be late to change. But it's also quite interesting to see how people have just taken on the name. It just seems to roll off their tongue, when we meet them at gym. Hey, how's my Fitbox going? So I think more and more as we go on, we don't see it as issue as we thought it would be like.
Right.
Start, yeah.
So there wasn't any negative blowback from having the same name as Fitbox. Not to knock down Fitbox. They were the pioneers, I think, in terms of providing all the CrossFit equipments back even before when I started, right, in 2015. So there's no blowback.
Certain coaches have brought it up. They're like, why? Of all names, why did you choose this? But well, it's okay lah. We just move on and just make the best of what we got lah, I guess. Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. My daughter is like keep calling me.
Hi, Sophia.
Yeah, Sophie, what do you want? Shh, be quiet. I'm doing a podcast.
But this
is a fun podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, you said you incorporated the company, right? Is it Sdn Bhd?
Yes, correct. It's Sdn Bhd. We incorporated back in October last year. So I think things have moved really fast for us in sourcing the products, getting the products here, in buying the machines, customizing, doing the sticker for the machines. I think a lot of people have mentioned to us that
sorry,
I think your daughter really wants to join our podcast. I think she has some questions for me too.
My patience is running out.
It's okay. It's okay. So we've moved really fast. So as I said, currently we have 4 machines, and we'll be adding 4 more machines by 2 machines by end of this week and 2 more machines by beginning of next week.
Where do you get these machines? Is it something that you can mention?
Well, I can say it's from China lah.
Okay.
But we have a local company that helps us to customize machines, get them in, do all the setting up, and then help us with the maintenance as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this 4 new vending machines are going to. Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, well, signed already lah. So I guess we can say. Actually, one is quite pretty near here. One is at CrossFit Palawan.
Okay.
One more is at the new Savage Gears. Congratulations, Jen Hong, on opening your new
Savage
gym.
Gears.
Yeah. And
do pretty well.
Yeah, and we have at let me see that we have at Ministry of Burn in Bangsar South. So that's good working with Janelle as well. And you see it all comes back. It's a circle,
right?
Yeah, and one more is with F45 actually
in
KL Gateway Mall.
Right.
In KL Gateway Mall, we met with the owners, and he was really friendly, and we felt like he was very open to us coming in. He has a huge retail space. I think his retail space is almost as big as the workout area itself.
F45 sells stuff.
They sell their own merch, so like their shirts
T-shirts and all that
stuff that, and they currently have a few. I think they have kombucha. They have the protein wafers.
Okay, they do sell all those.
So I think for them, similar to how we are adding value to all the other gyms as well, we're just making it convenient for them. You know, they don't have to do the inventory. They don't have to keep the cash. I think they do like a honesty box / jar kind of concept as well. And having cash lying around, yeah, I mean, everyone, you know, we should trust the gym members, but it's just it just feels safer when there's no cash lying around. I think for a lot of the gym owners. So yeah, and that's what he mentioned to us, that he would like to put it, just make it convenient, put everything into the vending machine. So that one, yeah, we are going in. Well, essentially by next week, we will have those 4 more machines, which will be in total 8 machines across Klang Valley.
And how do you what is the benefit for the gym owners, apart from that you're doing all the inventory for them? What do they get in return for having your vending machines in the gym?
Well, we have, I would say, different arrangements with the different gyms. In some cases, we go in and it's just we are offering this service essentially for free to you, right? Helping take care of your members and your coaches as well. In some cases, we do offer a small profit sharing at the end of the month, where we show the full sales report. What's been sold for the entire month, which flavor. I mean, we are fully transparent, and that's a good thing about having all the data in our hands. And then we do a small profit sharing with the gym to say that, you know, you would have earned this. Yes, we know you would have earned this money if you were to be selling it, but we are taking all the hassle off you.
So you're providing a service as well, right?
A service plus a bit of secondary income to the gyms as well.
Yeah. And so based on that kind of model, I would assume that you're getting pretty decent deal from all the distributors of these products, right?
We have, I would say, a combination of both. So in some cases, we do bulk purchase, and in some cases, we do consignments. There are certain few local brands that we've been working very closely with, like Kapow Balls, which is Lenora. We have Wonder Brew. On the one hand it's business, but on the other hand I also like to help the smaller local guys, you know. So in cases where I can partner with the local companies, I would do that. But if there's a certain product that we are not able to find here, then yes, we do have to go overseas and
buy bulk.
Bring it and buy bulk and bring it in.
And how do you manage the expiry date for all of this stuff?
Right. So yeah, of course they all have different shelf life,
right?
Of course, generally like the Celsius drink you're holding at the moment, that's quite long lasting
because it's packaged in a tin.
Correct. Yeah.
And there you go. Expiry date, tari. It doesn't even say.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's still okay. You can drink it later, don't worry.
Yeah, especially it's in the can, it can last quite a long time.
That wafer should be August, I think it's on that side.
Oh yeah,
it's August. So we keep track of all the expiry dates, and again that's also our job, taking away from the gym, so gyms don't have to hassle themselves with that stuff. So we keep track. So for example, let's say Kapow Balls has 2 to 3 weeks shelf life, so we go and change it just before it expires and make sure that there's nothing expired within the machine.
Okay, so I assume that you have every time you get a new batch of products, do you actually look at all the expiry date and then put it in a list, so that, and then you keep track, this product goes to this particular vending machine, this goes there, and then
yes.
do you have that kind of tracking mechanism?
Maybe ours is a bit more rudimentary. So essentially, like Sophia's back. So the lean body protein shakes that you see in front of you, the big one over there. So for example, maybe one flavor has 2 different expiry dates, maybe 2 months apart. So we would of course push out the ones that are going to expire earlier first, and then we move on to the stock. So we arrange it in a way that the stocks are going out to the machines, the one that are the shorter shelf life, and then so at least we can prolong the stocks in that sense. Prolong the inventory. Yeah.
Has there ever been where you have to recall? You have to take back those products which nearing the expiry date?
Yes.
And what do you do with them?
I think that's just the cost of our business, but also we see it as an opportunity to sometimes do sampling at the gyms. So I mean, better than throwing it away, right? So so we tell, and it has helped us in that sense. So we give it to the gym members. I mean, let's say we open it, make it into small pieces, and say, hey guys, give it a try, you know. And if you do like it, then you can buy it from the machine next time. It has helped us in that sense that, and we understand
and it's better not to just let it go to waste, right?
Of course.
I mean, it's not like on the exact date it's gonna expire, right?
But generally, I think it doesn't look good if someone buys a product from the machine, you come out and you say like it's 1 week expired, you know, so you wouldn't want that as well. So we understand that products don't actually expire on their expiry date, but from a business point of view, I think it wouldn't be nice lah. So we do take it out before the expiry date.
Right. You know, my daughter has been distracting my
eyes flying here and there, dude.
my train of thought, and you know, sometimes I lost the questions that I wanted to ask. So how do you select the gyms?
Okay, so good question actually.
Sophie, can you please sit down somewhere else, please?
Where?
Please. Well, I'm doing a podcast. Sophie, please. Sorry guys, this has never happened. She's supposed to be sick, but apparently
she doesn't look very sick.
She looks fine. She looks fine. She just want to skip school. This will be a proof to the school, right? You know, punish her or something.
Okay. So
go ahead.
Gym selection criteria. So I guess here I have to give a shout out to ClassPass. Why? Because what I do with ClassPass is I go visit the different gyms, and I've been doing this for about, I think, 1+ year now. And when I go to gyms, go to the class, I like to talk to the people there. I don't know if it's just something that I do, but I ask, are you on ClassPass? Are you an actual member here? How often do you come? And from there, I kind of get an understanding of their behaviors, like how serious are they about fitness? Do they actually eat, you know, this kind of protein bar? How healthy is their diet? I get to know the gyms. Sometimes I meet with the owners, sometimes I talk with the trainers, and it's through this, like, I would say survey, but I wasn't realized that I was doing it for this business, but it's through this that the gyms I've selected now are the ones that I'm like, I think we could do well in. It's a very strong community in there. Community definitely helps our business in the sense that one guy tries it and then he go and tell the people around there, hey, you gotta try this flavor, man. You know, it's a very strong aspect to our business that perhaps we didn't anticipate at the start, but we see it in CrossFit gyms. We've seen it in playground as well, where the trainers are very close to their members. That sharing of that opinion, then they're like, maybe I should try it too, and it's definitely helped us. So
but that is for each different brands, right? It's not for MyFitbox vending machine, right? So you're saying that the marketing of all this stuff is being done by the trainers, the gym owners, and you just stock them up, right? Correct. Or you take their feedback and then you try to source the products yourself, right?
So what we did at the very beginning, even prior to putting the vending machines in, we had already given samples to gym owners, trainers, because we know that they are essentially the advocates, right?
They're
of course,
ambassadors.
But we told them, please be honest with us. If your product is bad, just tell us, you know, then we might reconsider whether to stock it or not. And that has really helped, because you imagine yourself as a client, and you had a personal trainer, seeing your personal trainer eat, for example, the BSN protein crisp bar, you're like, hey, how's it taste? Like, hey, it's really good, and I think half the job is done for us, you know. So, and again, I think that's where we try to differ ourselves from other vending machine companies. We really want to build a connection with all the gyms, the owners, the trainers, the members, because these are the guys that are there in front of the machine trying to decide whether to buy our stuff or not. So building that connection is very important.
You said you started about October, right?
Yeah.
So that's like 5 months? 6 months in?
Yeah.
And have you ever gone through a cycle where you need to start putting in new products and take away some of the old ones?
We are already doing that actually, whereby we see certain products moving a bit slow, and we feel it's taking up space of another product that could be doing better. And like I mentioned, we are also going to be putting in cold brew coffee soon. It's something that the gym members have mentioned to us that they would like to see it. So then it's a matter of us seeing, okay, which product in this gym not moving or moving slowly, time to take that out.
Right.
Yeah. So it's good that we don't, in that sense, we don't feel too limited or too handcuffed by any certain brand, that we can be objective about how we want to do this machine for the benefit of the members, because the most important is for the members, right? What they want, what they want to get from the machine.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned cold brew, and then suddenly it occurred to me that this thing is like a refrigerator, right?
It is, yes. So we can, again, smart machine, we can essentially put the exact degree of the temperature
From offsite.
No, on site. You have to go to the machine.
Okay.
You
Not smart enough.
Smartish. So we set it to right now. We've set all our machines to 5 degrees. That being that I think the kombucha is best at that temperature. So we've set that across the board. And to be honest, all the other stuff also tastes kind of better when it's cold.
Even this, right? Because these are granolas, right?
Yeah, granolas and nuts as well from Amazing Grace.
So it's going to be cold every time somebody buys it?
Yep. For example, the protein wafer you see over there. So when it's cold, the chocolate feels better. It's not like a bit melted and all. Because
of course,
that's been the problem at certain gyms I see. So I think gyms see us, oh my god, not only you guys are a vending machine, you guys are like a refrigerator as well. So that's really helped them as well.
Yeah. So but when you put a refrigerator in, the electric bill will go up.
Yes, of course.
So is this something that the gyms have to take care of? Or?
Yes. So far, I mean, we've done our research and we've found out it doesn't go beyond 2 figures of adding on to the electricity bill.
Okay.
So because it's LED and it's again smart-ish. So it's LED lights, which makes it bright as well. Because another thing we've noticed a lot with conventional vending machines, they're a bit dark and dingy, and you can't really see the products well, and that affects the customer experience as well. So LED lights, and no, it doesn't take up too much electricity as well. Yeah.
Cool. And do you guys have plans to probably shrink the vending machine to something smaller for, let's say, like my gym?
Yeah, that's what people ask. We can have we can customize. Again, that's the good thing about us. So maybe we can add in a mini machine without a lifter, so that would already automatically shrink it down.
Right.
Certain gyms that have owners that really want us, but we just couldn't get it up there. Like for example, I can't remember which one, but that no lift, let's say, or the lift is too small, or just no space within the workout area or the reception area to put us, which is quite a shame, because we felt like, those gyms would be quite good for our vending machines as well. But there is a logistical consideration as well, whether we can go into a gym or not.
You're talking about physical space, or are you talking about
physical space? Yes. So in some places, in some of the boutique gyms, they just don't have that extra square feet that they can allocate to us.
How many square feet does it require?
Okay, well, we look at the District 13 one. So it's about 130 cm times 90 cm. That's the size of it.
Yeah, that's not so big. Just a typical size of a vending machine, right?
Yeah. So so we try. That's another consideration when a gym owner does call us, and we've had a lot of inquiries over the past 4-5 months. Gyms from Puchong, Muay Thai gyms, and so on, MMA gyms and all that. We go there, and then the first thing we do is like, okay, even if we would like to consider this idea, let me look at the space first, because there's no point that we carry on negotiations, and then realize there's no way that we can bring it in. I know there are a lot of strong guys out there, but even lifting this 300 kg machine, and it's quite awkward because it's huge. It's not going to be easy. It's not possible, from what I understand, going up the stairs. So it has to have a lift that can fit the machine.
I see.
Yeah. Or like a ground floor space like you guys, where we can just roll it in, like D13 was. D13 was the easiest one,
Yeah,
just
of
to
course.
roll it in.
Yeah.
The others, so we actually have to walk all the way from the loading bay, make sure that each step of the way nothing is obstructing, that it can fit in, because it's not modular. I can't pull apart the machine, like cut it into half and all that. So it has to fit the machine entirely lah.
And okay, like I'm just asking only, like we don't have a space for it, essentially lah, because for us, when we rearrange the gym here, is because we want to fit in more and more equipment, right? As much as we can.
Yeah.
So a vending machine would really take up space. The only space that I can see is like on that wall, but that's not very strategic, right? I've had people, because the guys that come to my gym, almost all of them drink coffee, right? And I used to have a coffee machine over there, but then again, nobody cleans it up. So I decided I'm not going to clean up.
Okay.
So I think there's value in some coffee products. I think they take pre-workout and things like that. And that's why I was asking whether you sell a smaller version of the vending machine, right? If there is, then it'll be good. That'll be good.
Maybe
good,
this
good
is
to have,
start of something here lah.
Yeah, I'm willing to try anything, because I do get people that come here. Do you sell any drinks? I said I've got free water. No, they want like
pre-workout
drinks or all these isotonic drinks.
Yep.
Free water they don't want. So good. But in any case, we're almost at the 50-minute mark already, and
wow, that's fast.
It is fast, right? Do you have anything else that you would like to share about your business and where is it going moving forward?
Yeah, sure. So I think one way definitely for us to scale is to place more machines. So if there are any gym owners out there hearing this podcast, please get in touch with us on our Instagram, which is myfitbox.nutrition. Also, anyone that wants to buy any of our products, they can go to our website, myfitbox.co. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who supported us. Like, we have very interesting fans. We actually have fan base, like people who followed us from the first day or when we start out our Instagram. They will come over to our office in Bangsar, drive all the way there and give us one protein bar and said, you have to try this. This is your R&D. They would drive all the way to our vending machines, which are not in their gyms, and go and buy stuff. And it is really very heartwarming to see.
Why do you think that happens to you?
I have no idea, man. But someone's looking down from above. But I think because we really connect with we really try to connect with our customers, and I'm sure you will experience this. So taking care of the Instagram page, I try to reply as fast as I can, and have a more human voice and rather than a more corporate voice, and try to ask them every time they buy something. Like, for example, every time we make a delivery, I always ask them, let's say I see them buying protein bars and shakes, like, do you normally take this stuff? Have you tried this flavor before? Or we're having new flavors coming in. I think that's so important to actually just go beyond, here's your products, okay, see you next time.
Right.
So I think that rapport that we're building with customers comes back to us in the way they also want to help the business. They see themselves as being part of MyFitbox when they post Insta stories of us,
right?
When they go and they will suggest to us, hey, I got this neighborhood gym in Kota Kemuning or Shah Alam, you want to consider? No, I can put you in touch with the owners. It's nice to see that they feel like they are part of this as well. They're part of our journey as well.
But on the other side, do the what do you call this? Your vendors,
vendors.
Do they actually give you their new products to test and all that?
Of course. And also we do have companies who are not currently in our machines sending us samples all the time. So if you ever come to our office, please come to our office in Bangsar. We have a R&D section. We have a sample table. People are free to come and try.
Wow.
As long as they give us their honest feedback. That's what we want.
So you have a form and they have to fill up, or just...
I'm the form lah. Tell me. Yeah. I want to know. Try this flavor, try this bar, tell us what you think. Is it too sweet? Do you like the texture? Is it too chewy? We want to know all these things. Then from there we can make a consolidated decision on whether to stock these products in the machine.
And dang, I forgot the question. And where's your office in Bangsar?
It's in Jalan. It's on Jalan Maarof. It's in Bangunan, Bangsaria. Very near the Bangsar Alati section, actually, about 5 minutes walk from there.
Near playground also, right?
Right opposite playground, actually. Yeah,
No
it's quite nearby. Yeah, so
they get restocked quite very fast, lah. It's just
very, very fast. They are so lucky.
yeah, they're so lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Geoff. Thanks for coming and sharing with us your experience and whatnot. It's good to have a member of D13.
Yeah, another
here,
one.
as always, another one, and hopefully more to come. And we'll link all your what do you call this, Instagram handle and whatnot in the description later on. And thank you again for your time. And guys, that's it for this episode, and we'll see you guys again in the next one, inshallah. Ciao.